Football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here, you're reacting. You're back. Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
On play action, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Chip Clark picking it off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
At the 35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Dobbins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who could...
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taysom Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Kings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he goes down. The Ravens Ravens able to get to him. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Vikings nothing.
Third and long for Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cook running on first down, but this defense up to the task there as they stop him before he can even get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1 officially.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins eluding the pressure right. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now, this game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It's a gain of
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
You got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going deep for Brown. The guy's man, complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, an even 90 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On third down, Cousins. That escapes the sack. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1:50 left to go in the second quarter. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Cousins. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Play action now. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
For Adam Thielen.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less, as they come up on 2nd and inches. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
12-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Play fake. Hill. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And they will take a knee here. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. On play action, they'll throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
First down, Ravens.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, he'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Up and down the middle of the field, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
The 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 7.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Quick throw complete to Reynolds. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Vikings, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already, Robert.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
His throw here is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll make it 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. And option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
First play of the drive there is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Well, going for Jefferson downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 44. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. On the option, it goes to Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
18-yard line. A gain of 12.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
A big seam, and he might go all the way.
Oh, okay.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heart.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Vikings 6.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? He's got him in, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And